Well, WCCF Tech has some news that odds are you probably already knew if you've been paying attention to the video card market at all. And if you don't know, you're about to know. I was about to do some rapping because it was a rap song, whereas black guys like,
and if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
But I figured I better not cross that line because it didn't go very well for me in the black neighborhood. Okay, back to the serious stuff though. Let's see, the AMD RX 580 and the 570 graphics cards have been pictured by video cards because they get everything. The leak also confirms the speculation of rebranding of the Polaris 10 based GPUs, which will be available mid-April. Oh, it's mid-April now? I thought it was early April. Bastards. Both graphics cards that were pictured are based on AMD's Polaris 10 GPU core. The Polaris 10 was introduced at launch last year, and AMD is supposedly rebranding it as the Polaris 20 GPU. Process improvements have led AMD to deliver better clock speeds, but these are more or less the same cards that you are able to purchase right now. The cards do feature a few cosmetic changes, so let's get into the details. Let's get into the news. Now I'm Keemstar for video cards. Shoot me, God. Let's see, the AMD RX 580 graphics card specifications is expected to feature a slightly higher clock speed from the Polaris 10. We've gone over this before. So it's similar to many custom variants of the RX 480 that are available in the market currently. The card will feature all 2304 stream processor, 144 TM units, 32 ROMs. The chip itself will be clocked at 1300 MHz boost to deliver 6.17 teraflops of compute performance. There will be an 8GB DDR5 memory on board, clocking to an 8 GHz Alonto 256-bit bus interface. The card will pump out 256 GB of bandwidth, expected pricing to be slightly lower than the RX 480. Well, at least that's good. So around 199 to 249 USD. But then again, if you know you're pretty much getting the same sort of kicks and giggles from an onboard partner of the RX 480 currently, you could probably buy someone's used one for less. Let's see, the sample pictures leaked look vastly similar to the current RX 480 cards. It comes with a plain shroud and follows the blower style cooling mechanism. The card packs a bulky metallic heatsink on the GPU and RAM heatsink that offers better cooling. The board number is C940, so we can see that this new variant of the Polaris PCB, the sample was manufactured on March 3rd, so it's easy to tell that the card will be available really soon. AMD actually put an 8-pin connector instead of a 6-pin. The reason to do so is not only to enable the card to feature higher clock speeds, also due to the early controversy where the AMD RX 480's cards were pulling more power from the PCB bus as the 6-pin connector wasn't providing enough juice for the VRAM and the core operated manually. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Odds are you know, but if you don't remember, when the 480 originally came out, there was this huge issue where the 6-pin wasn't giving it enough motherfucking juice. So it pulled for the PCB, and I think the PCB only offers 75 watts or something like that. Long story short, a couple people's mobos were fried out by that little fucker. Didn't look good for AMD at all. Come here, little kitty, I bet you now. AMD's Radeon RX 570 graphics card specifications. The second card to feature the Polaris 10 GPU's Radeon 570. This card will be very similar to the RX 470. What a shocker. Well, we just confirmed it's a rebrand. Featuring a cut-down Polaris core with 2048 cores. The card will additionally feature a clock speed of 1244 MHz boost, which given the core specs are correct, would yield compute output of 5.10 teraflops. The card is also similar to the Radeon RX 470 and features the same Polaris 10 cut-down variation, which was featured on the previous model. The card lacks DVI port, but instead features HDMI 2.0 and 3 DisplayPort connectors. Although the lack of DVI, the placement for such ports there is allowing the board partners to add it in the custom variations. So pretty much like the 1080 Ti. I mean, it makes sense because it's a blower style, and having that big ass DisplayPort thing there for the blower style makes it a little bit harder to blow out that hot fucking air. Can't really blame them, and frankly, DisplayPort is still used, but I wouldn't like it can't be as prominent as it was. Forget it. In terms of memory, we're looking at 8 gigabytes of DDR5, which will be clocked higher than 7.0 gigahertz. Clocked at a higher 7.0 gigahertz, delivering 224 gigabytes of bandwidth. Pricing wise, it'll be $149 to $199. I guess it's to be expected that the 500 series would be a rebrand. I honestly was expecting a bit more kick, but who knows, maybe it'll do better when it comes out. But if these leaks are true, and they come from more credible sources than I am, considering I don't have a 480 or 580, no one gives me any sweet treats, I'm gonna have to take it as a grain of salt. In all honesty though, if you are looking for a new graphics card, the 500 series is right around the corner. Snag a 480 from an onboard partner with a nice little overclock factory set and save yourself a ton of money. I mean, shit. Really, the real winner here is the smart consumer, per as usual. Am I disappointed? Not really. Considering I don't plan on buying a RX 500 series graphics card, I'm open to a 480 now, if I could get the spare cash to grab one and put in my budget PC that hasn't seen any action due to me being poor. Oh, well, that should do it for me. I figured this was a quick little something somebody might be interested in. I can't actually give a fuck if you don't give one. Rate, comment, subscribe if you choose to. If not, to hell with it. You're a star, baby. You're too good for this.